Welcome back, troglodytes, to Would You Rock or Not? Paul sent me a message saying that I should feature this guitar on Would You Rock or Not, and I love this one. I feel like I saw this once before but have long forgotten about it, but now I never will. This is the original miniature Les Paul. Now, I famously featured an Epiphone mini guitar on my channel a few months ago. That video has tons of views, definitely go check that out. I went through its stock, and then I upgraded it with nearly $1,000 worth of vintage parts to see if the guitar was actually any good. Now, the fun actually continues tomorrow as well with another mystery mini Les Paul. But today, we're covering the 1955 original Goldtop miniature Les Paul. Now, when Paul first sent this to me, the words collector's choice stood out to me, and I freaked out for a second. Did Gibson really do a collector's choice of a miniature Les Paul? I was getting really excited there for a second because collector's choice is like the highest end reissue that Gibson does. It's basically where they take a famous guitar and they recreate it in a limited edition run. So when I thought that this was a legitimate collector's choice, I was like, well, I can see a lot of people having fun with Gibson on this one. But then I realized that's simply just a title, and this magazine was printed way before the collector's choice was actually a real thing. That magazine was Guitar World, and here we can see Les the man himself holding not one, but two of these miniature Les Pauls. Now apparently there were only two of these guitars made, and if we zoom in here on this article, it tells us that these two guitars were built for Les in order for Les to perform his sped up parts that he recorded in the studio. Les Paul was very famous for doing the multi-tracking of guitar tracks, and I guess in some of his songs he would actually speed them up in the process, which kind of made them sound faster and a little bit more higher pitched. So in order to recreate those in live playings of these songs, that is why these miniature Les Pauls were born. Now, unfortunately for us, despite having clearly professional photographers around taking these photos, they only took photos of the front. We didn't get a good close-up of the headstock, we didn't get to see the back, but the article says they are all mahogany, so we don't have a maple top on this one, and they have your standard rosewood fretboard, and their headstock is at a 17-degree angle. Where are they now, you ask? At this point in time, somebody named Bob Davis owned one of these guitars. I would definitely love to get to see one of these in person. A golden era Gibson Mini Les Paul. Being built in 1955, the Les Paul Standard at this point in time would not have had this type of tailpiece. That's kind of what the 52 and early 53s would look like before they switched to the wrap tail. But it's not quite the same as those either. But you have an ABR1 bridge that the article later said is a little bit thinner than a normal one. And you have a single P90 pickup with a pickguard and a master volume and master tone. You can also see the output was put on the front of the guitar. So this is definitely an interesting piece of Gibson history, and I'm really curious to see what this guitar would actually sell for wherever it is and if it was ever put on auction. Seeing as there was only two, maybe this could bring $100,000. I'm really not sure. Now, it's really hard to find any other information on these guitars or extra photos, but there was this website that kind of showed a bunch of stuff, but it looks like other companies have built replicas of this design. Now that means Gibson did not make this one. It's not the one Les is holding. However, it is a very similar design. And this one even has the Gibson logo. However, I don't believe this is the one that Les is holding. The only question left, would you rock a miniature 50s Goldtop or not? Leave your answer down in the comment section below. And regardless of how you feel about this instrument, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you tomorrow on the next episode. Take care.